What's happening, everyone? It's me, it's Count, here in downtown Chicago. Now, if you are visiting for Pokemon GO Fest, or you're just simply in town and you want to know the best places for playing Pokemon Go, well, this video is specifically for you. I'm going to be talking about the absolute best places here in Chicago for grinding Stardust, for grinding experience, or to do a whole bunch of raids. And I'm also going to be giving you some insider information as a Chicago native. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get right into it. This is my Chicago Pokemon Go guide. So right behind me, that is Buckingham Fountain. It is one of the centerpieces here in Chicago, and it's also right dead in the center of the massive Grand Park. And of course, Grand Park is going to be the location for Pokemon GO Fest 2019. But I'm not going to be talking about Grand Park in this video. I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of other places that you should check out while you're here for Pokemon GO Fest. Let's start things off with Millennium Park. This is, of course, one of the crown jewels of Chicago. There's a lot of cool stuff here, including this right here. This is the Bean. And of course, there is a ton of Pokemon and Pokestops at this location. This is one of the best places if you are looking to meet up with your friends, like if you are coming in from out of town and you want a nice gathering spot for Pokemon GO Fest, this is the prime location, especially because this is only a 3 or 5 minute walk from the north entrance of Grand Park. So this is something you should keep in mind. This is a great meeting spot. Millennium Park is also a really great spot if you want to catch a break, and if you really want to play some great Pokemon Go, this is a great spot to be at. There's plenty of gyms and Pokestops here, and you really don't have to move around too much. And of course, if you want to catch a good raid or two, you could most certainly find a group here. It's a really great spot, and I personally enjoy it a lot. Now this right here, right behind me, this is the Millennium Monument. And why does it look familiar? Well, this is actually where the Pokemon GO Fest 2019 YouTuber meetup is going to happen. And of course I will be here as well. But this location is actually a really nice location just because you can get a lot of the city in view right here. And it's also a nice meeting spot as well. Now I do have to mention for Millennium Park that if you are trying to get here with a taxi, you just have to mention Millennium Park. They'll take you pretty much anywhere across the street or around here. So it's pretty easy to get to. But if you are driving, just know that it's pretty rare to find any kind of free parking in this area. And parking is a little bit steep. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, this is a pretty great location. Welcome to the Gold Coast. This is one of the busiest areas of Chicago, and there's just a lot of activity here. There's just a lot of great stuff to do while you're here. If you want a great day to spend with the family, I definitely suggest you check out the Gold Coast. And of course, if you're looking for some great nightlife, if you're looking for some great restaurants, this is also a prime destination as well. Now, one of the things that the Gold Coast is known for is its great shopping. And of course, this street right here, this is Michigan Avenue, world famous for a lot of its shopping. It's also just full of Pokestops and gyms. So if you just walk down this street, if you want to spend a nice day in the sun with your family, doing a lot of shopping, eating a lot of great food, check out Michigan Avenue. And real close to the Gold Coast is actually another great spot where I love to play. But here to talk about that place is my buddy Alolan Knife from DTC. Check it out, here's what he has to say.
Hey, thanks so much, Count Jinsula. I'm super excited to show you guys around two of my favorite places to play Pokemon Go in Chicago, the Windy City. Can you guys hear the wind? Come on, let's go take a look at Navy Pier. Now, Navy Pier is a bit of a tourist trap, but if you're a tourist, you'd have fun here. If you've been to Coney Island or you've been to Santa Monica Pier, this is kind of like Chicago's version of that. Pokemon Go at Navy Pier is super awesome. As you can see as we look around, it's a straight shot and there's tons of stops and gyms to play at. Now if you come to the very end of Navy Pier, you're greeted with this huge anchor and this enormous spawn point, this cluster spawn. I checked them all, none of them were shiny for me. Oh well, what are you gonna do? RNG and everything, right? head to the back of Navy Pier and see if you can find yourself a shiny. Now, no tourist trap would be complete without your requisite McDonald's, your little sweet shops. You've even got little like roasted nuts, you know, those little cones. Everybody knows those. They smell delicious. You always want to buy one. And they're always $500. Now, Chicago's weather is known to be a little inclement at times, so Navy Pier is one of our favorite places to play for one simple reason. You can actually play inside. So if the weather is trash while you're here, or you want a break from the sun and all the sunscreen you might need, stop into Navy Pier. They have an awesome place for you to play inside. Navy Pier also has some really easy to park at parking spaces. So if you need to come here and park and you got wheels, awesome. If you don't, you can ask your taxi, Uber, or Lyft driver to drop you off at Navy Pier. There's a particular spot that they'll drop you off at and a particular spot that they'll pick you up at. It's the same though. Easy. Now, for anybody who was here last year, you might have gotten a chance to play really close to the Lincoln Park Zoo, but there weren't actually any spawns inside it. Lincoln Park Zoo is unequivocally the best place to play Pokemon Go in Chicago. It is within the Lincoln Park area, which means that there's one nest, and in any community day, it changes over to being that community day Pokemon. So we all come here if you want the best spawns and the best chances to get the most shinies and the best IVs. One of Chicago's favorite things about the Lincoln Park Zoo is that it's totally free. That includes parking on the outside of the zoo, but the zoo has a parking lot on the east side that you do pay for. It's not too expensive, but if you're coming here for a day and you want to have a guaranteed spot without having to drive around to find a spot, the parking on the side is really, really great. Now, a zoo is obviously a great place for a family to go to. There's tons to learn and tons to see, gain knowledge as a family, make a trip out of it. You can kind of hear a couple kids over there. It can be a little noisy in the zoo part, but you've got an area that opens up into a quiet, peaceful zone where you can just zen out, relax with nature, and enjoy the sights. Although it's a little cloudy right now and you can't see the skyline, it's over there.
Thank you so much for that, Alola Knife. Now we are in the Loop. The Loop is the business and financial district of Chicago, and it has the highest density of Pokestops, gyms, and Pokemon spawns. If you really want to grind out a lot of experience and Stardust, this is definitely the place you want to be. And of course, there are a ton of gyms, so you can get a lot of raiding done as well. The Loop is massive. It has a lot of different things to explore. There's a few things that I would think you should really check out. Here are a few of them. Let's get right into it. So this right here behind me, this is the Thompson Center, and if you want a quick bite to eat while you're over at Pokemon GO Fest or while you're playing here in the Loop, you should definitely check this place out. It is kind of like a traditional food court of sorts. There's a lot of different fast food restaurants inside there, but it's definitely a great spot if you want to get a quick bite to eat. So I definitely suggest checking it out. It's over on the corner of Randolph and Clark. So if you're looking to get here through taxi, you just tell them to take you to the Thompson Center or tell them to take you to the corner of Randolph and Clark. Now the Chicago Loop is not just known for its food, there's also a lot of sightseeing and a lot of shopping that you could do here. This street right here is State Street. There's just a whole bunch of cool sights and a whole bunch of cool shops for you to check out. And if you just want one street that you could walk back and forth and just grind a bunch of Pokemon and Pokestops, this is definitely the street you should check out. There's just a whole bunch of spawn points and a whole bunch of Pokestops just on this one street alone. You could get a lot of kilometers and a lot of Stardust just walking up and down this street. I really think you should check it out. Now the Chicago Loop is home to one of the tallest buildings in the world, and of course I'm talking about the Sears Tower. Actually, some people will call it Willis Tower, but us Chicagoans will always call it the Sears Tower. Now, the one thing about this building is that when you're at the very top, there actually is something called the ledge. You should definitely check that out. It basically pushes you out a couple feet from the building in a little glass room, and it's something that you could use for some really unique AR shots. It's definitely something that I recommend you trying if you are brave enough. Chicago truly is phenomenal. It is massive. There's just so much to do, so much to explore, so much to eat. Chicago truly is one of the best places to play Pokemon Go in the world. So yeah, there you have it, everyone. This is my guide for playing Pokemon Go in Chicago. I truly hope you found it to be helpful. If you are visiting Chicago, don't forget, be safe, be aware, and most important of all, have fun.